Right, van is an MOT fail in about the end of March, so haven't been driving around in it. It needs lower arm bushes, a drop link, and it's a broken spring. And I've got a tyre on that's the wrong size, so I've still got a spare on from about 6 months ago. So when it comes to the lower arm bushes, you got 2-3 options really. You can obviously put new stock lower arms back on, which is probably your cheapest option. You can change the bushes to just put Powerflex bushes in them. That's probably your next cheapest option, but it does involve pressing the bushes out, putting the new bushes in. It's a bit more labour intensive, depends how much money you want to save. And then your other option is the Whiteline arms. So with the Whiteline arms, they just come assembled with new bushes and new ball joints. So it's probably the most expensive option, but it literally is just a case of swapping the arms over, and you get new arms, new ball joints. The arms are, OE quality, so it's a bit of a no-brainer really. Just put the Whiteline arms on. So got a warrant to supply a set of those, and we're going to put them on. First things first, obviously you're going to want the wheels off both sides. I've got the luxury of a 2-post lift. You can do it on the floor, doesn't really matter. But yeah, so yeah, wheels off. So once you've got the wheel off, it's just a case of loosening this pinch bolt here and removing that. That'll allow you to drop the ball joint out, and then the 2 bolts at the back that hold it onto the subframe, and then the arm will just come out. Obviously I'm going to remove the drop link as well, because I need to change the drop link. Right, so I've got that pinch bolt took out. You actually need to make sure you take the bolt all the way out. You can't just take the nut off and hope that it'll loosen up, because there's a like a scallop in the ball joint which actually stops the ball joint from dropping out even if the nut were to come loose. It's kind of like a double safety. So yeah, you actually need to make sure you take that bolt all the way out. So yeah, now the tricky bit usually is getting the ball joint out of the hub. Sometimes they separate all right, sometimes they don't. It just depends how lucky you are, I guess. So yeah, hopefully a couple of sharp taps and it'll just drop out when I can get that hub prized apart, and then it's just whipping those 2 back bolts out. Basically, what usually fails on these is this ball joint rubber boot, and then when that fails, water gets inside and grit and dirt, and then it just starts to wear it away. So not only is the boot, like, I'm pretty sure the boot's just a full fail on its own. Obviously once you start to get a bit of play in there, yeah, it's a definite fail. And then the just the bushes are just completely worn out. I mean, it's done 150,000 miles, so yeah, it's definitely had a hard life. But yeah, they're all just kind of crusty and worn. So yeah, nice new Whiteline set. Should handle a little bit better, which is what we want. Shiny and new, like a virgin. As you can see, I'm now filthy and covered in rusty crap from the underneath of my 150,000 van. But yeah, so the Whiteline arms come with the kind of like stiff bushes already pressed in and a brand new ball joint, which makes fitting them super easy. It's literally just in and out. Obviously the hardest part is getting that ball joint off, but yeah, throw them on. Might need a bit of bush lube. So this is bush lube. This is for lubing your bush before you put it in the hole. Just want a smear of this on either side of your bush. Stop some squeaking as well. Sometimes it's a bit squeaky. I'm going to need a mallet. So that's all fitted now. Obviously don't forget to tighten all the nuts back up. So obviously it's literally just the 3 bolts. So these are pretty easy to fit. You can definitely do it on the driveway. You don't really need many tools. So the hardest part is mainly just getting that ball joint out, and it's pretty much just persistence. Sometimes they come out easy, sometimes they don't. Probably the more you do, the better you get at it. I make exhaust for a living, so I don't do many of them, but yeah, still wasn't too bad of a job. So now it's just a case of repeat on the other side.